So there's a moment when something in a connection, a relationship changes and you feel it. And maybe it's not obvious, like nothing overly dramatic or disruptive has happened, but something isn't working for you anymore. Something's not aligning with you anymore. The energy between you and the other person isn't moving in the same way, definitely not in the same direction. And most people don't trust that moment. And by most people, I mean me. I went through this where I just didn't trust myself. And you wait for something to get clearer, something they can't point to, but by the time you can explain it, it's already changed. I think a lot of us have experienced this when we're with someone and everything feels open and easy and connected and it's in flow. And then something just shifts. And it could be very nuanced or not so nuanced at all. But there's a hesitation, a delay, a different tone, or just the way that they're responding to you physically, emotionally, mentally. But your body notices way before your mind can make sense of it. And instead of trusting that, you start looking for reassurance. You try to get the connection, to make sense to you in the way it did before, instead of acknowledging that something already is quite different. And this is where it can get confusing, at least for me in the past. Because nothing is technically wrong or feels wrong, or there's no argument or big disruption. There's no clear rupture. There's no obvious reason to feel like you want to pull away from this person. So you stay engaged. You keep showing up in the same way, offering the same energy, hoping that it will return to what it was, but internally you've already felt the shift. And now there's a quiet dissonance between you and what you're experiencing and how you're continuing to behave in the same behavioral patterns. And for a lot of us, this is the moment that we override ourselves, not because we don't feel it, but because we don't fully trust what we're feeling yet. It can seem too subtle, too early, too hard to explain. So instead of adjusting, we stay in the same rhythm. We keep jumping through the same loop, even though something in us has already pulled back. And over time, this all creates a kind of internal tension with yourself because your own body is tracking something that your mind is trying to keep up with. And you start to feel slightly off, a little bit more effortful, a little less natural, organic, but you can't fully name why. And that's usually where we start to try harder instead of listening more closely, understanding that we already have the clarity that we're seeking. You know, maybe you begin to lean in more, give more, try to reestablish the connection instead of letting yourself register that something has already changed. And this can be particularly difficult in long-standing connections because you do trust the other person. You have built a certain kind of trust and safety and vulnerability with them. Yeah. And so when a shift happens, we try to, give them the benefit of the doubt, to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, blame ourselves in some way, of course, to not have it be this person who's precious, who really means something to you. So it's important to just remind ourselves that sometimes there are internal shifts that happen within somebody else that just it's little by little by little by little, and then all of a sudden it seems like a big a big change when really it's been happening for a while. Now, could this have been a part of them that you never saw? Perhaps. Maybe in your own personal growth process, you weren't able to see certain types of things as clearly as you are now. Uh, that's certainly possible. But it literally could be that someone just slowly shifted over time and it was hard to catch up with it, as it is when we're enjoying relationships. Because again, it may not be like there might have been a big argument, and even if there was a big argument or some kind of disruptive thing, it wasn't that you couldn't snap back from that relationally, because people disagree, people get upset with each other. That's part of intimacy and relationship, but there's a difference between being able to repair and being not able to repair. If you feel like you're trying to repair with someone and you're not getting um, a mutual reception back with them, or you feel like when you have, there's been judgment or blaming or defensiveness, and then you feel like you can't work with this person anymore, then that's something to kind of just sit with for a moment. And again, it's always going back to your body. It's not that you can't snap back and repair from something. It's when something has shifted to the point they where they have changed, you have changed, you all have changed in a way that can be quite beautiful for you, but can be difficult when it means that there is this gap between you and someone um, that you care about, because you evolved. The personal growth work worked. What I want to share is what's been changing for me. It's not that I don't feel the shift, it's that I don't ignore it in the same way I used to. I don't immediately try to fix it or smooth it over or get back to how it was or give them the benefit of the doubt or ignore myself. I let myself register it, even if I don't fully understand it yet. And that changes how I move into the connection moving forward without needing to make a big decision about it right away. Because feeling the shift doesn't mean that it's over, and it doesn't always mean something is wrong, but it does mean something is different, and that difference matters. And when you trust that earlier, you don't have to create clarity through overextending yourself. You can stay more connected to your own experience while still being with the other person. If you want to feel into this in your own body, you can take a second and think of a moment where something shifted with someone. And just notice, where did you feel it first? Was it in your chest, your stomach, your throat, your lower back, a foot? And what did you do right after you felt that feeling in your body? Did you lean in? Did you pause? Did you try to make it go away? Did you ignore it? Just noticing that pattern without changing it. I'm going to let that go for now. Just simply being a notice and having some self awareness is usually where this shift will start to happen for you. This isn't about reacting to every small change or becoming hyper aware. It's just about recognizing that your body often registers something before your mind can explain it. And when you start to trust that a little bit sooner, you don't have to work as hard to figure out what's happening. You're already in relationship with it. My name is Kristen. Thank you so much for sharing this conversation with me. Please let me know in the comments below what you're going through, how this is resonating with you, what your processes are. I've been really loving reading, um, and you're sharing with me in the comments what you're going through and how the video was supportive and some insights you got. I go through everything, and I'm so happy to see it there. Please subscribe if you want to hang out with me more and you like these types of videos and conversations. Please give me a thumbs up. It would be so appreciative if you did like the video. It would mean the world. And I can't wait to see you in the next video or one of my live streams. Please come to the quiet room, which happens Monday through Thursday around 4:30 California time, maybe a little before, a little bit after. It'll always be posted in the community tab, and we just chill out. It's just we be quiet, we listen to lo-fi beats and meditation music and have a cool um, journey space to just chill out to, relax to, be yourself, just be, and to have others there in community. I post journal prompts and questions and mantras, and you can work on them on your own, be puttering in the kitchen, be working, be laundering. You can come into the chat and receive support if you need, or just say hi. It's just a place to come and be together in community and, have a little bit of quiet space at the same exact time. So I hope that you will come get curious and check it out and be with us. And I will see you there. And whenever I do see you, will be exactly the right perfect time. Mwah. Bye.